What's up, everyone? Take a little ride on the Kawasaki Eliminator. Got a nice afternoon. Figure we'd take a little putt around, see what's going on. Try to get the rides in when you can, you know. It's a problem with living north when wintertime comes. Sometimes you get a good day, better take it. And we got some snow coming in this weekend. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I am so ready for spring. Maybe downshift a little too much there. It's alright. Oh. Alright, here we go. Yeah, not too bad of a day. Last couple videos I did has been on the MT-07. Which, you know, I like that. I like that bike a lot. It's a really fun bike. This one's pretty fun too, though. I can't complain. So probably gonna end up hanging on to this one for at least another year. I don't know if that kid was signaling something. No idea. We were talking about getting rid of it and upgrading my wife, different bike, but we really got to pay off some debt. I think that's a smarter move at this point in life. Plus, then I can waste some money trying to upgrade this thing, which, I mean, I know that's a contested topic, whether it makes any sense to dump any money into a bike in this price range, but some people like to modify things, and I'm definitely one of those people. So I'd really like to put a pipe on this thing and some mirrors and maybe velocity stacks and tune, and maybe a seat also, depending on what we do, just because it's pretty comfortable, but after about 2 hours you can start feeling it. It's not, it could be softer. Well, pipe would sound good. It'd make this thing sound so much better. I mean, I know it's a just a little 450 parallel twin, but still, she has a little rev on her. It's not too bad. I can't wait for it to warm up and get a little time, so hopefully I can start changing the scenery on these rides. Just, you know, after you get off work, drive home, pick up your kid, try to squeeze a ride in, hopefully go home, work out, dinner time. It can only go so far, especially because I'm getting older and I like to go to sleep. I'm not up all late like I used to be when I was younger. Anymore, if I'm up at 10:30, something's went horribly wrong. I know that sounds boring, and it is, but I much prefer that from the old days I used to have, and partying all night and stuff. That's no good for anybody. One thing I do forget about this bike, riding that MT-07 so much, is it is quite a bit buzzier than my MT. It's say 5,000. There's some definitely tingle going in the feet. The bars ain't too bad, but your feet, you can definitely feel it. I think 6 might be better. Not the end of the world though. Just this type of parallel twin, they bit on the buzzy side. This bike's just sporty enough that if you're not looking for a sport bike, you're just looking for an everyday bike, you're not into the sport scene, you want a little more of a classic style, definitely more approachable with the seat height. Definitely a little bit of ice out there. Not really frozen over that much though. I don't have a lot of time on a lot of cruisers, so I can't speak to a lot of different cruisers as far as the handling of them, but this isn't bad. Definitely a little roll-on power. The good thing is it's so light. That's the thing that I think differentiates this from a lot of other cruisers is, I want to say it's still sub 400 pounds. So it is small, but it's light. So the almost 50 horsepower or 50 horsepower, whatever it is not bad in this application. I mean, obviously you're not setting no quarter-mile records and pulling power wheelies, but all right, let's do a little acceleration, right? Yeah, that's not. That could be a cop. Nope, not a cop. This is a truck. Just a good little bike. That's what this is. Almost 5,000 miles. Try to write out a comprehensive review, so when I hit that 5,000 mile mark or some after that, I can have some thoughts put together for it. Not too bad today, mid 40s. A little sun would be nice, but it is what it is. No snow on the ground, not raining, so I'm gonna start getting to that below 30. It starts getting harsh, especially without any wind protection. I'd imagine some better gloves and a windscreen on this would be all the difference in the world. I'm sure it. guess we'll be cruising down this road. I mean, of course, I would never ride fast. That would be wrong. Got some snow in the mountains over there. So we might get a few inches, saying 3 to 6. And I hate it. Oh. It must be so nice to have a motorcycle and live somewhere where it's always nice. Or mostly nice. Any of you guys down south, I'm sure you get so spoiled. I mean, I used to live in California, but I never had a motorcycle back then. And now, I mean, they're just so crazy with regulations. I've seen if you bring a lot of bikes from out of state, they don't even let you register them there. And then they, unless they're a certain amount of miles or age for some reason, something like that. And then if, you know, you do any sort of modifications, you get yourself in a little bit of trouble. I think when you start doing stuff like that, that's when they're just using police as a revenue collecting agency, and instead of a crime fighting force. And that, I think, is a shame. Oh, we got a little bit of ice out here. Not too bad. I'm not going to be able to put my kickstand down here, a little too much of a slope. Maybe I'll go up there and do it. Oh, open up the visor, fogging up, get some air. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to do any ice fishing this year. Might be a hair of a warm year for that. You gotta make those sounds when you get old, every time you move. I think it's a good looking bike though. I really do. For an entry level sporty cruiser mix bike, whatever it is. I know it's cruiser on its website, but it's sort of different, you know, mid controls. Gotta love my wife's girly keychain. I always think about that whenever I'm riding. Oh well. Or her personalized plate as well, which I'm not really going to show you, but always makes me feel a little silly, but what are you going to do? Alright, might as well get out of here. I don't know if any of you guys are in leadership positions in life, with work or whatever, but it is a so it's a skill to learn, you know. I'm recently been in a little more of a leadership position, and you know, obviously it's a skill. I'm making mistakes and trying to do better and trying to learn from my mistakes, you know, instead of just pretending that I'm the best and everything. And it's humbling as you move so far in a trade and you learn the trade and you're like, yeah, I got this. But then you realize people is a completely different skill. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm not a big fan of people. I mean, my people I like, but you get me in a group, I'm not too happy. And I've always preferred to just work alone, my earbuds in, go in my own world. Can't do that. And like I said, I'm making some mistakes, trying to learn from them, trying to be better at it, which I'll work through it. Like I said, it's a skill for sure. But what are you gonna do? You never stop learning, right? One thing that is nice about the Eliminator, it is a stealthy little bike. It doesn't draw a whole lot of attention to anyone. I'm sure if I put a full system on it, that'll change a little, which if we're keeping it, I'm going to do. I prefer the loud pipes. I mean, I don't want nothing obnoxious, but I like to be heard a little bit compared to being too stealthy. I feel like it's easy to have someone that's, you know, looking at their phone or whatever, and if they not really looking and they also don't hear you, it's easy for them to want to merge right into you. This year I should be buying a laptop though, so I can get this editing going, and I can realize that I have zero skills in any of that. And but you know, like everything, you live, you learn. Never too old to start learning new skills. I don't know if I turned my turn signal on or forgot to turn it off. Either way, what are you gonna do? Yeah, it's just a little buzzy. I really wish they would have done 270 in these things. 270 crank, you know, different firing order like the MT. Because the MT is just a little, it's rumbly, but in a different, lower frequency way that is so much more pleasant. It's so much of it. Like I said, you get a vibration, but it's not a buzz, you know, it's a rumble more, and it's way more pleasant. have seen some battery powered heated gloves recently. I was pretty interested in that. That seems like that could be a interesting thing. I know they're a little pricey, but man, that would be amazing. I'll tell you, with these summer gloves on, especially if it's in the 20s and you start getting your speeds up there in the 35, 40 or up range, man, it is your hands go pretty numb. Sometimes even like finding the nub to open your visor, you can't feel anything there. I'm not sure what this guy is doing. I don't know if he's turning in that way. I don't want to be in the way of his long trailer. Try to be courteous of people towing trailers. Sometimes it's a bit of a pain. I don't know. All I know is I need 9 more motorcycles. 9 more motorcycles, a new truck, and like 160 acres with a cabin and a shop on it. That's it. Not asking for that much. Guess I need to work a little harder and be a little better with my money if I want all that, but let's be honest, I'm gonna spend all my money. I'm horrible with money. I'm so bad with it. Like, budget? Do you mean spend every penny you make every week? Yes, that's a budget. I mean, I pay my bills, don't get me wrong. Imagine having like enough land that you can build a little pavement track and a little off-road track around your property and have your bikes and be set up, and oh, it'd be amazing. Well, aside from hitting the Powerball, I don't see that in my future. I don't even know where I'm going to buy property eventually. I mean, I love Idaho, but I might have missed the mark on the property here. It has gotten so expensive compared to what it used to be, and I'm sure if you're in certain states, you're going to think it's still relatively cheap, but it used to be cheap. That's when I was an idiot, used to drink too much and waste money and do all that stuff. It's alright, you live, you learn. Still a little snow piled up over here. Okay, so don't go that way. As much as I ride in these neighborhoods, you'd think I'd know where I was going, but if you thought that, you would be wrong. I have no idea where I'm going still. Got the little scooters. I've never rode a little scooter like that. I take it back. When I was a kid, my buddy had a little 50cc 2-stroke one, but we live in the desert and we just used to ride it like a dirt bike. But as an adult, I've never rode one. I see the point, you know, if you're not really looking to shift gears, and you're just looking for a little run around town, why not? I mean, not necessarily my style, but not everything has to be. The older I get, the more I realize not everything has to be made for me. You know, when you're younger, if it doesn't fit you, then you're like, oh, that's wrong, that's dumb, that's blah blah. And then when you get older, you're like, it don't have to be for me. At least I'm trying to be aware of myself in those ways. See how much of a stake it is riding down here. There's still snow, and maybe you guys can watch me wreck. Probably be alright. Need to park somewhere though, so I can get a little thumbnail action. It's kind of odd that it seemed like I do a little better with the videos when I put my face in them, which is surprising because not much to look at, I'll tell you that. Oh, a little mucky. One of these days I'll throw another dirt video out once I get my dirt bike back out, but it's hard to ride dirt bikes as much when you have street bikes because you gotta load them up, you gotta get set up, you gotta go out. I gotta convince my wife and daughter to go ride. It's cold, they don't want to. That's good. They're the excuse. Yeah, it's their fault. It's definitely not because I'm lazy. Uh-oh. A little snow test. Woo! She's slick in the snow. Well, I think that's all I got for you guys, and if you made it this far, I appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. If you just want to tell me I'm an idiot, that's fine. It's true. The older I get, the more I realize that, so. But I hope you enjoyed the ride. If you haven't subscribed, maybe think about it. As you can see me almost wreck a bunch more times. If you really want to see that mediocre skill level, I mean, I'm your guy. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. Ride safe.